Hello everyone, and welcome to my reaction to Mob Psycho episode 7. I have... When did I get another drink? I don't remember. Was it before Mob? I still have some of that left. I still have a little bit of pizza left. But honestly, I'm too full for pizza. I'm just having my drink. Oh no! There's music? Well, I guess it's fine. Is it louder than me? This won't get blocked on... It won't get blocked on Discord. I mean on Twitch. I mean on... Discord. I mean on... Dailymotion. It's fine. It's fine. I don't have to redo the intro. I couldn't think of the word. I had too much vodka. Shut up! Let's watch the show, man! You watch my reaction, obviously. I watch the show. Why? Miso. Where the hell did that name come from? There's still one bite left, Bert. The particle level. You can see it! You can see it! Yada. Is it though? Complex. So he's like almost overthinking it. His power is there, but because he doesn't believe he can do it, his reality is proving that to him. So the spoon he was intending to bend didn't bend. But his power is like almost leaking out, like a glass that's overflowing. And so, even though he has this complex about not having the power, and so his reality proves it to him, it's still kind of, it's getting so strong, or it's gotten so strong that it's leaked out and has bended all the other spoons. Honestly, if Dumple wasn't there to show those spoons to him, he probably would have just looked at this spoon, decided he couldn't do it, and went out of the room, and his mom would have found those spoons later and taken them away grumbling. And he would have, in his mind... Yeah, talk to him, talk to him. Oh no. Dude, you're not strong enough for this, you dumbass. You dumbass spirit. Oh, he is? Shit, I'm the dumbass? Oh no, I'm not? Emotions are powerful stuff. No, guilt. Guilt. Because you did something bad. Come out with it. But under what circumstances? Immoral strategy. And it will build, and it will fester, and it will eat you up inside. Okay, can we please fucking write down Nux? It has nothing to do with his eye bags. It has everything to do with his aura and energy. Like it and his expression, like such small things. I have eye bags. I hide them slightly with a little bit of makeup and a little bit of fancy eye cream that's meant to help them not show so bad. But I have eye bags too. Nothing to do with that. I don't think I mentioned it, but it's more like just everything. My hair is oily when I don't wash it too. It's not just so much about one single thing. It's more about kind of everything. And just the energy in that scene itself, which is created by the visuals, the audio, the build up to that scene, the character that we've learned to know in the short 2 episodes. But particularly what I would like to take note of here is a good environment on the surface has been created. Where the fuck? The whole school had been cleaned up and turned into... Oh, you were... Oh. Sorry, I just saw your message out of context. And turned into the optimal environment for academics. But this is only on the surface. However, because of the considerably immoral strategy, which is, you know, morals are not objective, they are subjective. This is something that... I mean, to what extent they're subjective is something that we can discuss. It's not something that's set in stone. But in this case, let's just agree upon immoral actions or immoral strategy that was used upon certain students. There would be a deep black scar engraved in their lives. And all of them, sadly, even though most of them, they weren't part of this, but energetically it will affect them, a deep black scar, and the two that carried it out would have to live their lives with this burden forever, and it will result in a person drunk with power and a delusional sense of accomplishment, which in itself will lead to many issues. But not only that, another outcome, great suffering, which will cause its own issues. So it's kind of, it makes me think of utilitarianism, where it's about, you know, by eliminating about 3 students in the wrong way, in an immoral way, a greater amount of students are benefiting from what they've done. You know, it's a better environment overall. There's less like delinquentness around. So the school environment is better, but only on the surface. And it's only 3 people, considering that a majority of people are now better learning. Doing away with those 3 people in an immoral way benefits the majority. So technically that's called utilitarianism, right? I think. So the greatest amount of happiness for the greatest amount of people or something like that. But at the end of the day, it's a bullshit argument in my opinion for these reasons. Even though consciously they may not know what happened, subconsciously on an energetic level, I believe that everyone in the school has a little bit of a scar, can feel that something is not right. And the two people carrying this out consciously, this plan, is either getting drunk with power, a delusional sense of accomplishment, which will lead to worse things in the future, or an immense sense of suffering is happening in his heart and mind and spirits all in his head. And that is why utilitarianism, no, it's not gonna work. This reminds me of another anime we watched together. I don't know if it's a spoiler to name it. I want you to name it. Can you name it? Maybe, I don't know how to name it without... Oh. I think I know what you're talking... Well, Matty. I know what Matty is talking about. I agree. Utilitarianism sounds good on paper, but it doesn't really take into account the ripple effect that those callous choices create. Yes, and like... it's very difficult to prove, right? It's very difficult to prove that in the long run, on the subconscious mind, some decisions, although it may have an immediate good result, in the long run, can I quickly be frank here? And I'm only being frank because I'm slightly tipsy, and usually I wouldn't address this because it is a very controversial topic. Drinking more alcohol for bravery, to even mention this. I know that it's something we can go more in depth about, and if you do want to address it more in depth, I wouldn't mind if you DM me and patiently wait for me to eventually get to your message and respond. But here is my opinion. It's very difficult to prove that although the school is benefiting right now from these 3 kids being banned or banished in this wrong way, the immediate results are so good. Even in other arguments, it's very difficult. The whole slippery slope effect is difficult to prove because it hasn't happened, and you can hope that it won't work that way. But for me, for example, I don't agree with abortion because I think that the psychological effect, the physical effect, the results of living in a place where it's easy to abort a child, I think that it may sound nice. Oh, but what if the person can't take care of them financially, and oh, it's the woman's choice and it's her body and what. I think in the long run, it makes so much more sense to not make that a law. Oh, you can have an abortion whenever you want, which means you can sleep around however much you want, which means there's just, for me personally, I would love to one day write an essay about it so that I can explain myself fully. But for now, just briefly, I want to mention abortion is kind of like that for me, because in the long run, the psychological effects on not only an individual, but then eventually on a society, not worth aborting a child's life because it's easy in that moment and it's fair in that moment. I didn't think I could agree with you anymore. I'm amazed we have the same opinion on abortion. It's a very sensitive topic, so I don't talk about it a lot, but it is one of the most, I don't know how to say it, why it's such, I've never had an abortion, so I don't know why it's such a sensitive topic for me. I've never known anyone who has had an abortion, so I don't know why to me it affects me so much. It's something I feel so passionate about. But when I see this show and how it now in such a beautiful way explains how, I don't know, utilitarianism, I guess. How do these things link? I don't know. But somehow I can't not mention it. I believe utilitarianism is the correct way to go when done right. But to this date, it is impossible to do it right because society is fucked, but I know I am in the minority on this. Well, that's an interesting topic, and if you want to expand on it, I would be happy to do so via DM, but please be patient because I have so many DMs to get to. It gets more difficult every day, because now I've added fucking TikTok, and there's so many comments and DMs. I try my best. Agree. It's kind of like communism. Sounds good on paper, but in practice, yeah. Whoa! Whoa! Uh-oh, the power has gone to his head. He looks like Pikachu. Ooh, it's hard to look at someone who reminds me of my old self. Oh, this episode is my favorite episode so far. I love it. It went from getting rid of delinquents to calling a girl chewing gum in class trash. The power is going to his head. And now suddenly we're not just taking care of XYZ people. We are throwing out A, B, and C. I didn't agree to this. No, you're not allowed to say that. Saying man up is toxic masculinity. And also when I said that to a certain anime character, people shut on me. I'm just helping you here. I don't want people to shit on you. You've been very popular so far. Don't turn into some toxic masculine man and then please be cancelled by the world's most perfect woman, if in that case every single one of them, because we can't do anything wrong. I'm just looking out for your best interest. Okay. Oh.
噂に聞いた通り腐った空間だな。それよりもなんでいるのかな、鬼瓦。
I can look down on you too. Look. Don't look down on him like you're so fucking cool. I'm looking down on you. Look at the disdain in my face. You can't see it, but it is there because you are fictional.
鬼瓦。出席しないで校内に。
Bakemonogatari fate. Bakemonogatari. Fucking. You know what I'm looking at? I don't know. Yes!
君たちも鬼瓦の取り巻きということで、それなりの処分をさせてもらおうか。
会長、ちょっと正門前に変な人が来てるんですけど。
What did Nox say?
いいところで水を刺されたな。
What did Nox say? Mati, Diogo. Not much. Oh my god! It's not just Sotos and Matthew anymore. Now Nox is making fun of my lack of boobs. You're not allowed to make fun of girls! It's toxic masculinity! Stop it! I will cancel you. I will have you cancelled. You will not make another YouTube video ever. No one will watch your videos. How dare you? I'm just joking. Don't be offended. Am I allowed to joke as a girl? I know boys aren't allowed to make jokes. I mean, that is factual. But as a girl, am I allowed to make jokes? I mean, I don't know. I should take it up with the feminism police. I mean, excuse me, the toxic feminism police. Because not all feminists are toxic. Even though I thought that was obvious, but I think I have to state it. Oh god, I should drink less. I still don't understand who the fuck is why is he Shiro tea poison? Why? That was not self-defense, but okay. Wait. He said, I'm here for Shiro tea poison. And then, oh well, I guess if he wanted to beat up Mob, and Mob's little brother beat him up instead, and I mean, he's not dead, so I guess, yeah, that's self-defense. If he wanted to beat up Mob, I mean... Is that him?
この力さえあれば。
おう、スーパースターになれるぜ。
エクボ、お前も僕を利用しようとしてるんだろ？
何言ってんだよ、エルちゃんよ。相棒だろうが。おお、ゾロゾロと。
多いな、今日は。何事かと思ったら案の定。
お前が花沢と剣崎を倒した白 T ポイズンだって。
影山のふりをしているのか。あなたたちの相手が終われば一段落つきそうだし、そういうことでいいですよ。これは影山本人に聞く必要がありそうだな。
Yeah, tell his brother. He looks up to him.
発見した。回収して帰る。お前にどれほどか少し見てやるか。
はい、それではどうぞ。
おまんな、ビビってんじゃねえ。しか動け。
強めに行くぞ。
Chance.
俺に手品は通じんぞ。白 T ポイズン。さっきから何が起こっているんだ。白 T ポイズンがやってるのか。切り胸、一撃浴びせて畳みかけろ。
Pika pika. Mob, you need to talk to your brother.
リツ、何やってんの？
There it is. Ooh, can't wait until next week. That guy's fucking wig. Like, what the hell? My wigs look fake, but that wig. The older brother. Oh, is he gonna apologize because he didn't pay more attention to how his brother feels? The older brother bows. Destructive intent. The convenient option A with the Blu-ray set. Blu-ray no set. He make a dirty joke. Lol, she didn't notice. I didn't either. I didn't notice either. I don't understand it. I thought it was a joke about her being loud too. I thought he was asking, can we keep it down to an hour? Like, can I really do a One Piece review in an hour or less? I don't understand the dirty joke. Personally. Okay, that was good. That was so good. If that is a dirty joke in the way I think it is, then damn, Soto's you is a beast. Maybe someone will need to explain it to me. Top of Teru's head, 150%. Leave it to Reagan to counter con artists. That's funny. The fact that these middle school kids have full-on gangs is great. I live in Chicago and I'm lucky enough to live in a pretty organized school district, with the biggest thing being kids bringing vapes to school. But if I went to school in District 5, in a district 5 blocks away from my house, there are gangs. I do think that there are some high school gangs in South Africa as well in certain areas, yeah. I like how the gang system works, like, just like in video games. I was actually meant like Kayla. I was actually meant it like that, Kayla. I like how Matty thinks something dirty. Yeah, he meant it innocently, but Matty was just thinking dirty. I didn't expect this anime to get this deep. Happily surprised. I love how Ritsu go from life sucks, I don't have powers, to time to become a god. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. I'm not sure I like Dark Ritsu. He was such a nice boy. He was always Dark Ritsu. He just had nice boy as his cover. But like not dark as in evil, but he had this dark side to him. That was always there. The nice boy was just an act. It was a cover up. Not like, oh, I'm gonna hide my dark side, but he was trying to like, I don't know how to explain it, but he's not a bad boy. He is a bad boy now, but he always had a dark side. His nice boy thing was just the top layer. That's what I'm trying to say. In my school, we had a Yu-Gi-Oh gang that people apparently feared more than bullies. That is interesting. I really liked the discussion these past 2 episodes. Fun stuff. Yeah. Interesting. I feel like I might have been a bit, what's the word? I could have maybe discussed it more politely, more refinedly, but I will blame the fact that I have had many much vodka. He wore a nice boy costume. I guess it's just the new guy that didn't watch the rest of Mob. I don't know why I've been putting off this anime for so long. It's gold. Okay, I'm not gonna read too many comments because I need to move along to One Piece. So let us take a moment to score the story. I will give a 10 out of 10 for story because I liked how it made me think about things and addressed so many topics at once. Kind of like, depending, it addressed one topic, but it's something that you can apply to many different situations. So I like that. I would give it a 10. I like that it did it in that way. Characters, 9. Visuals, 9. Audio, 8.5. Enjoyment, 9. Which gives us an overall score of 9.1. What would you give it? Matty says, I rate the reaction 10 out of 10. Vert says, this episode felt really long in a good way. Lots of stuff happened. True, I totally agree with that. I like this more than the previous one, says Kai. So an 8.5. Okay. Can I get a link to your ratings? I don't actually share a link to my ratings because it's not like all of my ratings, because I delete them if I move on to the next part of a story or the next show. So I don't actually share these. It's just for me to keep track of them. The ratings you can see in my reaction videos where I discuss them. So it's not really something I share. Oh, but AniList. On AniList you can see my ratings of various anime. Not each episode, but the anime. So if you want to check out my AniList, you can. There you can find ratings. I'll show you. So this is my AniList. You can, I don't know how to get the link. Here's the link actually. Cherry gives it a 9.5. Elizabeth also shared the link. So you can see here on things that I have watched. So you see here's different lists. Watching, rewatching, priority, completed. So if you want to see which anime have I completed, you click there and then it will show you them in alphabetical order. And over here is my overall score. So that is not my episode by episode score, but I mean it's the closest you're gonna get because on this document I only use it as long as I watch the anime, then I delete it and make room for the next one. 10 out of 10 for Okuyasu's VA. He played such a minor character. Okay, so let's quickly go. Mob Psycho 6 and 7. So we're officially halfway through the anime. I'm Matty gives the episode a 9 out of 10. And I would like to quickly just check my average score for the show so far. So an average score, as I've explained before, is different than the overall score because it's episode by episode instead of judging it as a whole. But this will just be my pre-score, so it doesn't matter. Episode 1, 8.3. Episode 2, 8.3. 8.5. 8.3. 8.7. 8.7. 9.1. So it has definitely slowly increased because what I really like what the story does is it kind of builds on top of each other. Well, like it has this very important messages or themes inside each episode, but they all kind of end up building on each other and it's leading towards the ending. Like I like how it does that well. It does it well. I hope that makes sense. So my overall score is 8.6 at this point in time. I can definitely see it could end on a 9 if it continues like this. Episode 7, if it continues on this, like, you know, it could definitely end on a 9. But it might, if it's like kind of it peaked now and then the rest of the episodes go back to, you know, being really good, but maybe not this level of thinking, or this level of, I don't know what they did in this episode, but they did it so good. So it might be an 8.5 in the end, but it could be a 9. That's what I'm trying to say. So for now, I'll be happy to give it an 8.6. Where is it? Mob Psycho. Wait a minute. 8.6. Save. The visuals are off-putting to me, but I really love the story. I remember the first time I watched, the visuals to me were like, so I kind of get how you feel, but at this point the visuals only add to it for me because it's so perfect for the story, you know. I like unique visuals. That doesn't mean it can be trash and oh well, nothing looks like that. No, it's not like that. It's like it's consistent, it's creative, it's eye-catching. So for me, I get how you feel though, because I felt like that when I tried to watch episode 1 like a year ago. But for me at this point, I feel it adds to the feel of the story. Kai says, I grew to not mind it, but I can't really say that I like it. It's totally understandable. The visuals are some of my favorites. Mob's pathetic running look is so good. Oh, Mob's pathetic running looks so good. Ah, yes. Yeah, it kind of, it expresses so much about the character itself just through the visuals. Like how the character is feeling or thinking in that moment. It's very subtle, but it's I don't know how to say. It's subtle, but it's also so prevalent. Once you know what to look out for. Cherry is also not a fan of the visuals, especially the character designs, but it fits the story. To each their own. I know exactly how that felt because that's how I felt the first time I tried to watch it. So at least I can relate to some extent. Okay, I need to go pee, and then I'm gonna come back and do some talk about One Piece: The Fishman Island arc. Thank you guys for watching with me. I will be watching the next 2 episodes. Let me see, 6, 7, 8, and 9 on Saturday the 27th of February. 8 and 9, and then 10, 11, 12 the week after, and then we'll be done with Mob until I finish Love is War season 2, and that's also only 12 episodes, and once I finish that I'll be back to Mob season 2. So that's the plan. Will you pause to post Jujutsu Kaisen? Ah, yes. So to everyone who's not going to stick around for One Piece review, I am quickly going to pause the stream for 10 or 15 minutes just so I can upload all the videos. I forgot about Jujutsu Kaisen, that's kind of important. Then I'm going to come back, post Jujutsu Kaisen review, and then we're going to do One Piece. So let's say if you only want to be here for One Piece review, come back in about 20 to 25 minutes. We're running slightly late, but it's okay. I think I'll finish around 4 still, so it's fine. Thank you guys. Odinoko, hola. I'll be back in about 15 minutes. Okay. Go get another drink. Yeah, I think I'll have 1 more shot of vodka. Bye, Cherry.